Okay, so this is video 2. Okay, so with, negative power, he has no power. And if a man has nothing to neutralize his that negative energy, okay, of the outcast creature, the devil, he really is a creature. Okay, people say he's just a spirit, but no, he's a physical creature, just that the humanity can't see him because his energy is structured different than, ours, let's say. Let's say he's antimatter and we're matter. Okay? So, he needs to get the energy, in order to be able to accomplish his goal, he has to take the physical energy from the man. Okay? He has to take it from a man. And in order to take it from a man, he oppresses the woman so that she can't protect his energy. So he can utilize it to construct the world the way he wants it, to empower himself, to continue to deceive man. And to deceive man and separate man from woman, he lied to man and said, oh, it was the woman who ate the apple and you're the good one and she deceived you. So you got to control her and repress her. Why? To keep why did he say that? And then he says, okay, he says, she ate the apple. No, she deceived you and made you eat the fruit. The man made him eat the fruit, repressed the woman, and he, in reality, and then he says what? And then the original woman, Hawa, was bad, so he made another woman, and he's posing himself as the good woman and outcast the devil, let's say, has written himself in to be the good woman, Eve, and outcast Hawa, and said she's the devil because she didn't want to lay down with Adam. When in reality, Allah told that outcast creature to bow down, which was a jinn. They're called jinn. He's a jinn, and they're made of fire. Okay, the electron, they're made of like the electron, the ion. He's ionic, right? Only when he's attached to the atom does it become an electron, an elevated ion. Okay, so now he says, Hawa, which is Lilith with his Hawa. She didn't want to lay down. She didn't want to lay on the bottom, right? She wanted to be on the top. She wanted to be on man. She wanted to be above man. She's evil. She's wicked, right? God created another woman for Adam to be his helpmate, to be his partner, right? And her name is Eve. In reality, there was no other woman. He, impaled Adam, if you know what I mean, and became that second partner. He became that second partner and outcast a woman. And that's what they're doing today in the commercial world. The commercial world is supposed to be, let's say, man's best friend, right? To make him the king of the castle, right? And the woman, the submissive one, right? So therefore, man is man's best friend, right? Okay, the commercial world is man's best friend, and the woman is to be oppressed, thereby oppress his own power, right? Or his own defense system, right? Where the commercial world just uses man, all of his manpower to construct, this commercial world that destroys the natural world that sustains man naturally, right? So it's all a freaking game, okay? It's all a freaking game. And as I said, and they tell you what, oh, the woman made Adam eat the fruit, so she's the reason that, she's the reason for original sin, so you can't trust her thinking. In reality, it was Adam who made Hawa convinced Hawa to eat the fruit, to have sex, while he was basically spiritually contaminated, right, and tried to contaminate her. But he couldn't contaminate her with that spirit because her spirit is neutral. She neutralizes the energy, okay? Positive and negative. That's why she's attached. She's in the middle, right? So, and that's why, as I said, that devil, that jinn devil wants to get woman away from man. So he made himself the good. He made himself, oh, he's Eve. And he's the one to be next to man, and the woman's to be away. And you see that at Vatican City, the all-male, basically, Jinn City, right? Jinn City, Sin City, that's what it is. And they cavort with Jinn, okay? They cavort with the Jinn because it's easy for them to do so. And why is it easy for them to do so? Because they were, you know, that's their dad. The Jinn is their dad. The devil is their father. Spiritually, physically and spiritually, he's their father. You know, Cain has two fathers, right? So he constantly tries to mess with men, right? He constantly tries to mess with men. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so that's why how they want to keep women oppressed, right? And keep her away from man, right? So that so that outcast creature, the devil, can constantly invade man's life and take away his spiritual power. You need a woman. Man needs a woman to protect him spiritually. He needs a woman to protect him spiritually, to protect his power, his spiritual power. Okay? Love your woman. Love the woman. Love the woman. Okay? So I hope I got through with that one quite well. Okay. Okay, now back to the paradigm shift, right? Oh, yeah. And Aries, when it comes through, or Eris, when it comes through, it's a female energy. And it's going to empower the woman. It's going to empower the woman because the woman's going to absorb this energy. And especially from the root. And you know who the root is. The black woman, right? That's the root of the tree. Right? That's the key. Now, so that's why you see her being beat down on the street by the police, and in the commercials, they show black men predominantly as it's like the black woman don't even exist anymore. They're trying to make it be perceived as if she doesn't even exist anymore. In all the commercials, you see the black man, and you know, and his wife. White woman, don't take this wrong white woman, but you fucking see it too, okay? You see it too, okay? That she's not even in the picture anymore. Every commercial you see is a black man with a white woman or anything other than a black woman. You know? That's because they're trying to phase her out, okay? Because she's to get the root of the power. And then when they phase her out, what do? The black woman have no choice but to go with what? Anything but a black man. And that way, the Vatican thinks it can usurp the power again. It's just a game. Now, it doesn't really matter in the natural order who people marry, you know. In the natural order, it doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point isn't who people marry, you know, culturally. It doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. What is relevant is trying to manipulate, you know, relationships between man and woman. That's the problem in order to usurp the power, in order to exploit mankind, you know. It doesn't matter who you marry, naturally, but when you're trying to commercially manipulate it in order to outcast one segment of the population for commercial gain, that's the problem. And that's why I'm bringing it up, because it's a reality and it has to be addressed. That's like the golden apple, right? Being thrown into to wedding, right? To the wedding between, you know, the supposedly the royal wedding that was taking place, you know, when you know, when Eris threw the golden apple, it said to the Ferris, right? And, you know, it's reality check. That golden apple was a reality check, and this is just a fucking reality check and an observation of what's going on. So, as I said, and that's what they're doing in all the commercials. If you notice, all the commercials, every black man that's being portrayed is being portrayed with anything other than a black woman. You know, it's like the black woman doesn't even fucking exist anymore. That's what they're trying to portray. Even in the music, the videos. Every white video the white men make, you don't see them making them with black women. Let's be real here. Okay? Be real. You don't see them promoting the black woman with white men all the freaking time. You don't see that. That's because they're trying not to promote the black woman. You know, they're trying to demote her. That's what I want to say. They're trying to demote her. Okay? That's what they're trying to do. I'm a black woman. I'm not going to try to hide that. The fact that they're trying to demote me, demean me. You know, every music video the white men make, they don't make it with black women. You know? And that's not to say that they're racist, because they don't. It's not to say the white men are racist because they don't make it with black women. No, that's not to say that. But it's just, you know, they're not trying to put white women down. They're not trying to demote white women. Just as black, but the commercial world is trying to demote black women by trying to, every video black men make, they got to have a white woman instead of a black woman, you know, and that's shameful. You know, it's fucking shameful. In order to make young black boys think, you don't want a black woman, you don't even want her for your mother. That's retarded. And that's because the black woman is going to come into power. All this female energy, because Eris is the dark feminine energy. What does that say? It's the energy of the universe. And it's going to go to the root of the tree. She's going to have that. Okay? So they repress the black woman, make her the mad black woman to represent Lilith. So nobody will want her. Make her seem crazy, like the mad black woman. And she's not mad. No, I'm not angry at all. You know, but I do recognize, you know, I do see this golden apple. Shit, y'all do need to see this golden apple. That's you know, a reality. You know, truth is not mad. You know, so because they know this energy, she's going to absorb it naturally. And so now the game is repress her, ignore her, then she'll be forced to, you know, go to be with white men. And white men, there's nothing wrong with you, okay? Nothing wrong with, you know, marrying a white man. You know, many white men are very handsome. There's nothing wrong. Because we got to talk about fucking race. We got to do this. We can't keep running from it, ignoring it, hiding it, and then seeing it go. That's how the market manipulates. The commercial world manipulates humanity. Okay, there's nothing wrong with white men, but, you know, trying to, what is called, social engineer humanity, that's a problem. To repress the black woman, then try to navigate her like a sheep toward white men, and then give that power, that universal power that's coming into her, because in the natural realm, if the power comes to her and she's with a black man, it's going to go to the black man, and that would be the paradigm shift, and they don't want that. They want the black woman to go with a white man, and then this white commercial world take the power from the white man, right? By continuing to give him jobs only, okay? Controlling the market, give him jobs, right? And then they, the commercial world, get that power from the white man that comes from the black woman to the white man and to the commercial power structure. That's the game. because make her hate the black man because he's supposed to left. He was supposed, the black man, the game they're playing, the black man, this is what the black woman is supposed to feel. The black man left me all behind. He didn't want me when I was down. Who in the fuck is he? I don't want no black man. Fuck the black man. That's what the black woman is supposed to say. He was all up in the white woman's ass. He didn't want no sister. That's what the black woman is supposed to say. Okay? And that's how they keep the divide. Okay? Now keep in mind, my sister is white. My sister-in-law is white. My brother's married to a white European woman. American. Two of my brothers were married to a European woman. And they have beautiful children by those women. And I love my sisters, my sister-in-laws. And I would tell them till they fuck to their face the same information, the same fucking stuff that I'm saying. And my sister-in-laws probably watch it. Okay? And my sister-in-laws know that I love them. I love them dearly. Okay? And honestly, I don't care that my brothers are married to European women, American women. I don't care. They love them, my brothers, dearly. And my brothers love them too. But my brothers also had African American women in their lives too. Okay? So it's not a thing about, brothers don't marry black, white, European American women. Nah, if you marry one, you marry one. You love one, you love one. But the point is, the way the commercial world is trying to socially engineer humanity, culturally and socially condition humanity in order to usurp the power, the celestial power from them. Because as I said, this celestial power that's coming from Eris is coming to the black woman first. And black women got to share and take care of their sisters. They Euro-American sisters. We got to love our sisters. We got to keep our sisterhood. Okay? Because what the white woman represents is the age of humanity. She represents the age. And she got to come back to the root. So does our the white brothers. They got to come back to the root too. So we got to integrate. We can't be racist and we can't be fascist. We got to integrate with one another. We got to love one another. But we can't let the society do it. I mean, we can't let the commercial the power structure paradigm do it in order to control us or manipulate us. So they don't want the sister to give the power to the power that's coming into her. That's why the seed of the woman is to be destroyed. That outcast creature wants to take the seed of the woman, right? Because he wants that power. He don't want it to go to that black man. He don't want it to go to the black man. That's to be the paradigm shift. Then we'd have a world, a new world, and that will be the new world order, right? Where the black man is, in his recognized position as the father of humanity, as Adam was, as Hawa was. It would be right side up again, whereby the Hawa, the parents of humanity are black. Hawa means black. So, and Adam was made of black clay, right? So mom and dad are black of all humanity, and our white brothers and sisters are, represent the age of humanity, and we cannot continue to age. We got to come back to our roots, and I continue to say this. We can't continue to let them wash us out, because then what? The pineal gland will not open, right? The pineal gland won't open, and man can't ascend, and that's where they want to keep humanity, right? And when all this energy comes through, right, with all this, global warming, who's going to be destroyed first? The ones with the weakest genes, right? So, our Euro-cultured Americans have to come back to the root. They have to come back to their hued roots, right? To come back. So, cultural integration must take place, but at our control, at the control of humanity, not the control of a power structure that's trying to organize it by which they take control of the celestial energy that's going to come in and re-empower humanity. Okay? And that's what they want to do. They want to repress the black female, make her think the black man doesn't want her, and then she will be forced to, outsource her energy, right, by going with the white man. White man will continue to have the jobs, and he will still be attached to the commercial system, the paradigm that's currently enslaving humanity, and then the energy will be usurped that way, right? Because the sister's not supposed to want the black man, because all the videos were white women, all the commercials were white women, all the marriages were white women. He only took care of when he had white kids, but when he had black kids, he didn't want to do that. He left the black kids on welfare. He didn't take care of his black kids. That's the way the black women are supposed to think. And the power is not supposed to go to him when it comes in. When in reality, when she is married to her husband, that power, they shift that power. They give each other power, right? But he won't have any power. Because the power's not going to be coming to the root. The power's going to be come to the root, not the energy has to, like the food for the tree has to come through the root. So the top of the tree is not going to get any food, unless it gets it from the root. So what I'm saying is, white women, you're going to get your power. When you're going to get your feminine power, it's going to come in by way of a black woman, by way of your black mother. Okay? And that is the truth. Whether you like it or not, it's the truth. It's the celestial truth. And if we're obedient to it, then humanity will be re-empowered. Okay? So just because I'm telling you the truth does not mean I don't love my European sisters. I do. I love you very much. I love you very much. I have them in my European Americans in my family. I love them very much. They know I do. Okay? And like I said, I tell them to their face too. Sharon, and that's my sister-in-law, and another one, Kim. Sharon and Kim, y'all both white women, and you fucking know. Okay? The power's gonna come to the black root first. I'm talking to my sister-in-law, just so you know that what I'm saying is real. Kim and Sharon is going to come to the black sisters first. Okay? And then from them, it's going to be given to the world. And that way, when it's given to the world, shared with the world, you'll be empowered. And that's how it's done. But I can't tell you, Sharon and Kim, that the celestial energy is going to come to you directly. It's not. It's fucking not. Okay? It's just fucking not. Okay? And that goes for every, just like the celestial energy, it goes to the poles first. Those are the keys. Those are the keys. It goes to the keys. And then it goes to the rest of the world. The energy doesn't just come onto the earth, it goes to the grid. It's a process by which things are done. And if we follow that process, like the chaos that happened in the garden, okay? Allah gave them instruction how to live in the garden, and they went and messed it up by contaminating the energy and then creating chaos in their own body and making them the gender war, because it wasn't Allah that created the gender wars. It was mankind and womankind when they ate the fruit, because regardless of Adam making her eat the fruit or not, if Hawa was innocent, she wouldn't have been put down here either. So we can't say Adam raped her. No. He may have deceived her. But she was given the word too. Don't eat the fruit. Or don't engage. We'll call it fruit. Don't eat the fruit. She was told not to do it, and she did it. Despite Adam may have lied to her, that's irrelevant. She was still told not to do it. So there wasn't a lie on earth in heaven he could have told her, because Allah told her to, don't do it. So they both were guilty, and that's why they both were thrown down here. So and she was made of Adam's body. So what was Allah going to do? Create another man for her? she'd have to go too, because she's of his body. She wouldn't be of the other man's body. She wouldn't be compatible for him. She was compatible for Adam because she was of his body. So she had to come down too. So, you know, they both were contaminated. Because she was of his body. And she was wrong. She sinned too, because she did what she was told not to do. So, you know, so the gender war is a result of the let's say the free radical energy inside of them, the radical energy that's inside of them, you know, that chaotic energy that makes them fight each other, you know. So you know, so there was order in the universe. There was atomic order. But they messed it up and got disorder messed up the atomic energy structure, and the atom and the proton bumping into one another and just, you know, causing the explosions and all this stuff before the universe, before let's say the Big Bang. Okay? We went pre-Big Bang. Okay? Humanity went, well, I can't say humanity, but in the garden, Adam and Hawa went pre-Big Bang and brought disorder to the universe, and their bodies represented the order in the universe. That's what Adam represented, the order in the universe. He represented the structure of the universe. That's how beautiful mankind was. He represented the structure of the universe. That's the atomic energy, because everything is built off the same atomic structure. Everything. And Adam represented the miracle of that. And when he sinned and contaminated his energy, let's say he went pre-Big Bang and messed that up. And his consciousness was taken away. His eternal life was taken away. And he only had physical body, only the clay. And he had to eat to sustain that clay body. Right? The knowledge that he was given, you know, by Allah in the beginning, that was taken away. That because his consciousness fell. He died consciously. He died on, let's say, celestial, on the astral plane. The only thing life he had was in this physical life from eating. Right? Okay. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. There's still order in the universe. There's still order. A procedure to follow in order to get back to that higher state of what mankind was in the garden. The eternal life and the higher consciousness, where he could communicate telepathically. He could, what do they call, astral project his mind into other galaxies in time and space, transcend time and space. This higher consciousness that many cultures know about. Egyptian was not the only superior culture. Stonehenge was a superior culture. Mexico was superior culture, had superior culture. Many of them did. Not just, you know, Africa's just, you know, the origins, yes, it's first. But other cultures have divine knowledge too. Divine knowledge is in many cultures have it. That's another reason why the Vatican also wants to destroy cultures. To make it be the only one with, you know, awareness of the higher consciousness and keep all other humanity enslaved. Oh, and that's another thing we got to be careful of too. You know, the Drumpf. He's the front man for the Vatican. He's a front man for the Vatican. He wants to destroy. He wants to create. You know, destroy America, do civil war, civil unrest, destroying the economy, letting the dollar collapse by not focusing on it, giving the false attention that he's creating jobs. He's going to create jobs, and he's not. He can't. It's impossible. There are no jobs in the world to create. You know, ignoring the electromagnetic pole shifts, and the geostorms that it's creating. You're not preparing humanity for that. You keep causing humanity to focus on this Nazis bull crap, sympathizing with the Nazis and the KKK, you know, and basically encouraging them to try to entrap black people to go and confront them, you know, thereby, and then making these erroneous FBI COINTEL programs to surveillance black people who, you know, discover the beauty and divinity of themselves and appreciate that and are vocal to that, you know, try to malign them as threats to police. How is loving yourself a threat to the goddamn police? If you love yourself, the last thing you want to do is have some type of confrontation with anybody, because you love yourself enough not to want to have any type of physical confrontation, and especially with the police. Not because the police are bad, but because the police, you know, are to enforce the law, and to enforce the law, they sometimes use physical force. And who wants to have physical force enacted upon their body if they love themselves? So that is oxymoronic, you know, statement about black identity extremists with the potential to threaten police. You love yourself very much, you ain't gonna threaten no fucking body. You're gonna be too busy trying to do things to, you know, to take care of yourself. So put the Nazis out there, aggravate the black people, try to aggravate the black people, to bait them, to get them incarcerated, to enslave them, and chip them with the computer chips so that they can never run away, because the computer can always track them, right? Don't need dogs, just got a computer, right? Got them chipped. And then have them rebuild the New World Order, right? After, like they built America, because they're incarcerated and they can't get away, they can't do any goddamn thing, right? And under the guise of they were a threat to America, right? To the police, so they had to be incarcerated. Don't be entrapped, black people. Don't be fooled. Don't be baited by Nazis. Nazis been saying niggas for years, just like women been called bitches for years. If you can't outgrow the word nigga, and you can't jump over, which is as low as just like stepping over a pile of shit. If you can't step over a pile of shit, you got to step in it every goddamn time. Then you really need to check yourself. If the word nigga aggravates you to that degree, or being called a monkey aggravates you to that degree, when you should know your history to know that's just not the case. So, you know, to respond, you know, angrily to someone calling you a nigga when you've changed the dynamics of that word to be cool to the point where many of them want to be called nigga. Okay, so just bypass that, and when you protest, just bring up the fact that let me go to video 2, video 3, so I'm like